Hello everyone, welcome to A Level Law Help. In this video, we are going to be looking at the defense of self-defense, so let's get started. Self-defense is a complete common law defense as amended by Section 76 of the Criminal Justice and Immigration Act 2008. If the defendant is successful in raising this defense, he will be acquitted. Our first main principle is that the defendant must honestly believe that the circumstances are such that the use of force is necessary. Some key things to note are that the defendant is under no duty to retreat if faced with a threat, and the defendant may make a preemptive strike, meaning that if he believes someone is about to attack him, he can strike first. And the source of law for these two principles is on screen. Another principle is that if the attacker is running away, it is highly unlikely that the use of force will be considered necessary. For example, in R v Hussein and another, an intruder broke into Mr. Hussein's home and then ran away. Mr. Hussein chased him down and beat him up. The court ruled that because the threat had ended once the intruder fled, the force used could not be classed as self-defense. If the defendant genuinely makes a mistake about being threatened, he is to be judged on the facts as he believed them to be. So if a defendant genuinely believed someone was going to hurt them, even though they meant them no harm, and they defend themselves, they will have access to the defense. However, if this mistaken belief is due to one's own voluntary intoxication, then the defense will not be available. Moving on to the second main principle, which is it must be that a reasonable person would have used that amount of force in the circumstances as D believed them to be. The degree of force used by the defendant will not be reasonable if it was disproportionate in the circumstances. For example, using a rocket launcher on a thief would be disproportionate, as it goes beyond what a reasonable person would have done to stop the thief. A good way of determining whether force is reasonable is by assessing whether the defendant only did what he honestly and instinctively believed to be necessary. If so, reasonable force has likely been used. An example of this may be tackling the thief to the ground or grabbing his arm and restraining him. So that is all for today. If you found this video useful, leave a like and subscribe for more A-level law content. If you want more law-related videos, check out my TikTok as seen on screen. Thank you for watching.